Welcome to my channel. Stop for a moment. Listen carefully. This story might change the way you see your struggles. 17-year-old Ali stood outside his small house holding an old notebook. The wind moved the pages. His heart was heavy. Ali had a simple dream. He wanted to speak English with confidence. He wanted to share stories with the world. But every time he tried to speak, people laughed. His classmates laughed. Even some relatives laughed. They said his English sounded broken. Those words hurt him deeply. At night, Ali sat under a dim light and practiced alone. He read simple sentences again and again. Sometimes he spoke to the mirror, but mistakes followed him everywhere. One day during class, the teacher asked Ali to read a paragraph. His voice shook. He mispronounced many words. The class laughed loudly. Ali felt his face burn with shame. That evening, he almost quit. He closed his notebook and threw it on the table. Maybe they are right, he whispered. But his younger sister picked up the notebook and smiled. She said softly, "Your dream is bigger than their laughter." Her words touched his heart. Later that night, Ali opened the notebook again. He wrote one line, "I will not quit today." He did not know how his journey would change. He did not know who would guide him. But deep inside, a tiny spark of determination was alive. That spark was small, but powerful. And sometimes a small spark is enough to start a fire. Ali closed his eyes and made a quiet promise to himself that he would practice every day no matter how hard it became tomorrow. Chapter 2. The next morning, Ali woke up early. The promise from the night before stayed in his mind. He washed his face and opened his notebook again. The words looked simple, but speaking them was still hard. His tongue felt slow. His confidence felt weaker than ever. Still, he tried. He read one sentence 10 times. Then he read another sentence. Slowly, his voice became a little stronger. At school, the same fear waited for him. Some classmates still laughed when he tried to speak English. Ali felt the old pain again, but this time he did not run away from it. After class, he stayed behind and practiced reading quietly. That was when he noticed an old man sitting in the corner of the library. The man watched him carefully but kindly. His name was Mr. Rahman. He was a retired teacher who loved helping students learn. He walked over and asked Ali a simple question. "Why do you want to learn English so badly?" Ali took a deep breath and answered honestly, "Because I want to share my ideas with the world." Mr. Rahman smiled warmly. He said, "Many students want success, but few are ready to struggle for it." Then he gave Ali one piece of advice. Practice every day. Speak even when you feel embarrassed. Confidence grows through action. Those words stayed in Ali's mind all day. That evening, Ali followed the advice. He practiced again and again. The words were not perfect, the sentences were not smooth, but something had changed. For the first time, Ali felt he was not completely alone in his journey anymore. Chapter 3. Days slowly turned into weeks. Ali followed Mr. Rahman's advice every single day. He practiced reading aloud. He repeated new words again and again. Sometimes he recorded his voice on his phone and listened carefully. At first, the sound of his own voice made him uncomfortable. He noticed many mistakes. His pronunciation was still weak. His sentences sounded slow. But instead of feeling ashamed, he began to see those mistakes as teachers. Each mistake showed him where he needed to improve. Mr. Rahman continued guiding him in the library after school. He gave Ali simple English stories to read. He also asked Ali to speak about his day for 5 minutes in English. The first few days were painful. Ali forgot words. He stopped in the middle of sentences. His mind went blank many times, but Mr. Rahman never laughed. He only smiled and said, "Try again." Those two words became very powerful for Ali. At home, his sister also supported him. Every evening she listened while he practiced speaking. Sometimes she clapped even when his sentences were not perfect. Her encouragement made Ali feel stronger inside. One afternoon, something surprising happened in class. The teacher again asked students to read a paragraph. Ali felt the old fear rise in his chest. For a moment, he wanted to stay silent, but then he remembered Mr. Rahman's words. Confidence grows through action. He raised his hand slowly. The class became quiet. Ali stood up and began reading. His voice was still not perfect, but this time he finished the whole paragraph without stopping. Chapter 4. After that day, something inside Ali changed. The fear that once controlled him began to lose its power. It did not disappear completely, but it became smaller. Ali understood that courage was not the absence of fear. Courage was the decision to move forward even when fear was present. He continued meeting Mr. Rahman at the library every afternoon. The old teacher now gave him a new challenge. He told Ali to start speaking English outside the classroom. Ali felt nervous about this idea. Speaking in front of strangers sounded terrifying, but he trusted his mentor. So one day, he visited a small public park where many students gathered. He stood near a bench and started talking to himself in English. At first, people looked at him with curiosity. Some even smiled in surprise. Ali's heart beat fast, but he kept going. After a few minutes, a college student approached him and asked what he was doing. Ali explained that he was practicing English. The student encouraged him and even spoke with him for a few minutes. That short conversation felt like a victory. Ali returned home with excitement. His sister noticed the glow in his eyes. His parents also began supporting him more after seeing his dedication. Even when Ali felt tired after school, he did not skip practice. He reminded himself why he started. Each day, his sentences became clearer. His voice became stronger. The journey was still long, but progress was real. And progress gave him new hope every day. Chapter 5. Months passed. Ali's practice slowly transformed him. The boy who once feared speaking now searched for opportunities to talk in English. He joined an online group where people practiced speaking together. The first meeting made him nervous again. Many participants spoke much better than him. Their sentences were fast and confident. For a moment, Ali felt the old doubt return. He wondered if he still belonged there. But then he remembered every late night he spent practicing. He remembered his sister clapping for him. He remembered Mr. Rahman saying, "Try again." So he stayed in the conversation. When his turn came, he spoke slowly but clearly. The group listened patiently. Some members even encouraged him and shared tips. That moment gave him new confidence. Weeks later, something unexpected happened. The group organizer asked Ali to tell a short story during the next session. Ali spent days preparing. He practiced the story many times. He corrected his mistakes again and again. When the day arrived, his hands trembled slightly, but he began speaking anyway. His voice was steady. His story was simple, but heartfelt. When he finished, the group applauded warmly. Ali felt a powerful emotion rise inside him. It was not pride alone. It was proof that hard work truly changes people. That night, he looked at his old notebook again. On the first page, he saw the sentence he wrote months ago. "I will not quit today." He smiled proudly. Chapter 6. Years later, Ali often remembered those difficult days. The laughter, the embarrassment, the fear, all of it once felt unbearable. Yet those struggles had shaped him into a stronger person. He continued improving his English and eventually started sharing motivational stories online. Many viewers connected with his journey because it felt real. He always told them the same truth. Success rarely begins with confidence. It begins with effort. One evening, Ali visited the old library again. Mr. Rahman was still there, reading quietly at the same wooden table. Ali walked toward him with gratitude in his heart. He thanked the teacher for believing in him when nobody else did. Mr. Rahman simply smiled and said, "You did the hard work yourself." That sentence stayed with Ali forever. Later that night, Ali recorded a message for people who struggled like he once did. He spoke slowly but confidently. He said that failure is not a wall. it is a teacher. Every mistake shows the next step forward. Every small effort builds real progress. Dreams grow stronger when we refuse to quit. He ended the message with powerful words. If you feel embarrassed while learning something new, remember this story. Start small, practice daily, believe in your ability to improve. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Begin today. Your future confidence is built by the effort you make right now. Work hard, trust the process, and never give up on yourself.